Hello. How you doing? Welcome to Celestial Waters. My name is Demi. So we're going to hop right into it. This is going to be a spirit baby reading. As I've started this reading, it is 1444, as in the time. So you guys could be noticing you're seeing repeating ones and fours, but particularly 144, which is connected to the frequency of the chosen ones, or people who vibrate at that level of frequency, at that vibration. So you stepped up into your anointing basically, and you're walking this authentic path, this ascension pathway. So I noticed that I saw that time on the clock and Spirit wanted me to speak about it. So I feel like that's going to be slapping you in the face. You're going to be seeing repeating ones and fours firstly. And then when I was on my walk today, so I do the same walk every single day. And yeah, we're in the summer holiday. So there's like more people about and more kids about. But I noticed today there was like a lot of families everywhere. And basically a lot of dads. There was a lot of dads that I noticed. And it was like big, like tall men who were quite like stocky, and they had their babies in carriers and they had dogs with them. So firstly I was noticing that, and then when I was walking through the field, there was this mini petting zoo, and they had baby lambs, they had baby goats, and they had baby chicks. I've never seen it before. I didn't know it was going to be on in town, but they had that going on. Obviously there was a lot of like mums and dads and kids around, but I noticed the woman had two twins, two little girls. And then I was seeing ladybugs everywhere. I was seeing white butterflies to the point they were like flying in my face, and I was like trying to like bat them away. But I've seen all these signs connected to fertility, children, and also connected to good luck. And when I came back home and I walked through the door, there was a ladybug that was sitting on the door, and I noticed that I've been seeing them about when I was on my walk. So I feel like you guys are seeing a lot of signs and omens that are connected to fertility and you conceiving and this child coming through. So what messages want to be coming through from these spirit babies today? What messages? You could be noticing as well that you're seeing dads everywhere, and not like pregnant women and mamas pushing their buggies, but dads with their babies, particularly in the carriers. You could be noticing that, because I saw about 4 or 5 of men. I don't usually see this on my walks. We have the Empress. Again, I feel like you guys, you've fully stepped into this Empress energy, which is why you'll be seeing the 144 angel number everywhere, because that is the level that you are vibrating up, or that's the frequency, the timeline that you are moving into. You have stepped into your Empress era, I'm hearing. You guys could also be seeing swans. That's another thing. I walked past the river, and there was his mum and her daughter, and they were like running, and the mum was like, oh, they're still there, and the daughter was like, yay. And I looked in the river, and there was a mama duck, and she had all these ducklings around her. There was about 7 little fluffy ducklings around her. So again, there's a lot of signs that are connected to fertility and children coming through. And the fact that I saw that, and then I saw the twins, the 2 little girls, some of you guys could be destined to have a multiple birth, to be having a few children coming through at the same time, because their mission, there's something about their purpose and their divine mission that is connected. And now Spirit are bringing up a reel in my mind, and I saw it last night on TikTok, but it's basically this 3-day-old newborn baby was holding the bottle by herself and kind of like feeding herself, and the mum was recording it like, what the fuck, she's 3 days old, am I actually seeing this? This newborn baby was literally, she was holding the bottle, and the mum even, she took the bottle out and showed like the camera, it has milk in it, right? And then she put it back in the baby's mouth, and the baby did it again, the hand raised to the bottle, and she also used her foot to hold the bottle and keep it in her mouth. And she's 3 days old, she was tiny. And the people were leaving in the comments, that baby has a divine mission, that baby has a divine mission. They're bringing it up because you guys are going to bring through a soul who has a very powerful divine mission. They need to reach a lot of people, that because they're reaching out to the world, to the masses. They're going to reach a lot of people. This can be online, this can be in the waking physical reality. Like, let's say they're going to be famous for their craft and what they do, and this is going to be both in the physical and also online. But again, you'll be getting signs. You would have been getting signs your whole life, but particularly when you've met the right person and you're trying to conceive this child, you would have been getting signs about the child's purpose and mission. Swans are protected in the UK as well by Queen Elizabeth, and they're connected to royalty, to regalness. They're also connected to twin flames and to true love. You guys could be seeing the Venus symbol everywhere. This here. What else? We have the star. Look at this. Look at this powerful energy that's coming from this soul. They're born to be a leader. Born to be a leader. I'm hearing a song by Paramore, which is We Were Born for This. I'm hearing that song by Paramore. So this is what they're born for. They're born to shine their light. They're born to basically be a rainbow. It's like they're born to be a sign and a symbol of luck. I also feel like they're going to have colours within their auric field that you don't necessarily see with the human eye. You know, sometimes when you're in the dream state, you're having dreams, right? You will see things within the dream, you'll experience and do things within the dream that isn't real or you've never seen in the physical. And you could be noticing when you're dreaming, you're seeing like colours and the like strands of light that you don't necessarily see in the physical. It's like colours you haven't seen before with your human eyes. This is the colours that are held within your spirit baby's soul, they're saying. Not even the aura, their soul. So this is their soul that you are connecting with on the other side. What else, Spirit? They're a light in the dark. They are a light in the dark. That's what they've come here to be. They're coming here to be that hope, but that beacon of hope. I'm being shown a lighthouse. So it's like they're going to lead people home. They're going to lead their souls group home just by shining their light. But you guys could be seeing the lighthouse everywhere. Maybe it's a very significant symbol for you. Some of you guys could live near the sea because with the Empress, the swan is in the water. And I saw those ducklings. So that is connected to the water element. Maybe you guys feel very, very connected to the water element. You could be a water sign or your partner. And this spirit baby could also hold, they're going to hold that energy. They're going to hold that energy like a very mystical energy that you can't quite put your finger on. We have resurrection and it's the stag. You guys could be seeing this animal, this spirit animal everywhere. Maybe you feel like this animal is very closely connected to you at present because it's very closely connected to your spirit baby. Again, they're pointing here to the sun. They have come to be the sun. They've come to illuminate all of this darkness. Look at this. And all of the cards, even the swan, it's like the swan itself is white, it's purity, and it's lighting up the dark seas, the dark river around it. And in this card here, you got the star. Look at that light and all those beautiful colours streaming out. And look at the darkness behind. And then this card here, the same thing. You got the sun. You got this light, this illumination that's lighting up the darkness. And the stag again looks like it's all lit up. This spirit baby, when they're earthside, they're going to glow. They're going to have a glow that even like you haven't seen before. You know when you meet those people and you know full well that's a decent human being. That's a decent, genuine human being. They've been through some shit but they don't look like it. They just glow. And they're happy. You feel this happiness. You feel this warmth coming from them. That's going to be your child. That's going to be this spirit baby. They've come to be that resurrection but for a certain group. Their soul's tribe for a certain group. And also lead this soul tribe back home as well, back to the light as well. But stags, you see the antlers, very, very connected to spirit, to the Most High. But also they are of earth. So this is a soul that walks in balance. That is very rooted and grounded to Mother Earth, but is also open and connected to the Most High God, to the spiritual realm. They want to get an angel number for you guys. Some of you could have recently travelled and they may have had, I forget what they're called, you know, the animals and like the heads and sometimes they'll like stuff the animal. I forget what that's called, but they could have had it on the wall and something about like this kind of like a deer, like a stag. I'm getting a buffalo as well. They could have had like the face on the wall. What else, Spirit? Or maybe you're into that. You could like those kinds of decorations and having them in your home. What else, Spirit? I'm hearing Canada. Maybe Canada has significance to you guys. We had 10, 31, passion. And this is that passion that is connected to your spirit baby. Like there's something very significant about colours that we don't see in this human realm and how different colours kind of bleed and blend into each other. It's their soul, so do look out for like flashes of light, different colours and orbs you are seeing, but particularly in the dream state when you're connecting and you're meeting souls and spirits in the dream state, because your spirit baby is coming towards you, but they're not coming towards you looking like a human, they're coming towards you looking like their soul. And that's like a ball of energy, a source of light. That's how they're coming towards you in the dream state. Because they're activating you to step up into your destiny so you receive your flowers. Your flowers need to be coming in before this spirit baby comes in. They're a part of this blessing. They're a part of your spiritual inheritance and your flowers. But your flowers need to be coming in before this spirit baby can come through Earthside. Because once you start receiving your flowers in terms of being in your destiny, then that means that you have reached a certain frequency. It means you've reached a certain alignment, right? That's where your spirit baby is. You have to meet them. Because yes, they're incarnating and they're coming out the spirit realm, and essentially they are dropping down in consciousness, because that's what happens when we come here to this earth school, to this earth realm. But where Mother Earth has been moving on up in consciousness and frequency, and you'll be noticing this by, like, if you check the Schumann resonance, it's been spiking quite a lot. But we're going through ascension symptoms globally because Earth is moving on up in frequency. So these spirit babies, they're not having to drop as much, for example, that we did, that past generations had to, because we were born into a more density and more of an illusion and more ignorance. We were born into those kinds of energies. These spirit babies, that is more open and more free on an energetic level. So we have to rise up to meet them now. That's too many. One more, please, Spirit. We have 44, 44, triumph. So you could be seeing repeating fours everywhere. The ones and fours was coming through, particularly 144. But fours, I always take as a sign of your angels are around you. And I love how we have this square. So it's like they're standing in front of you. They're standing to the back, to the sides. They've got you covered from all angles. You are protected. And this is because you are moving on up. You're about to have a triumph. You're about to have a breakthrough. So you need to be more protected, because this is when the dark forces. This is also when people in general will tend to look at you with like jealousy and envy, whether they mean to do it or not. Because obviously when you're standing in your power and you're in your destiny and all these blessings are coming in, other people who are not quite there yet, sometimes they can look and be like, they can be happy for you, but they can still be like, oh, why hasn't it happened for me yet? And then they can unconsciously put some like jealousy, envy, those kinds of energies on you. But in general, when you're moving on up and you're in this pathway of ascension, you are going to get psychic attacks by the dark forces, because they don't want to see more and more people standing in their authenticity and standing in your power. Because when you're pulling back your power, you're putting back the energy that was harvested from you as being used by other people, being used in other places. You pull all of that back, you claim it back. What else, Spirit? Can I get a few messages from this deck? Thank you. We have, don't lose hope, Mama, Daddy. Remember how big your love is. Only happy outcomes come to big love. So some of you guys need to be working on your thoughts and what you're telling yourself. And when you are having intrusive or just negative thoughts and you can't quite seem to break out of the pattern, this is where you want to pray. This is when you want to call in the Holy Spirit, the Most High God, your ancestors and your spiritual court of your highest good and highest possible path. Call them in and ask them to bat away these negative thoughts, and ask them to help you to get to the root of where they're coming from. Because sometimes it's not just coming externally from outside of you. Sometimes it is coming from within you, and you need to get to the root and work out, why do you keep having this thought? Why do you keep thinking this way? Why do you get into these patterns when it comes to your mind? They're pointing, Spirit are pointing to what I did last night. So last night, because I've been feeling quite like a heavy attacks on me recently. I've done it in the past, but I hadn't done it for a while. I prayed over a glass of water, and then I put it under my bed as I slept. And I asked my spiritual court to work on me to lift and remove this negative energy, particularly from my mind, like self-doubt, to remove it from my energy while I slept. And I woke up feeling a lot lighter. So some of you guys maybe do that. It can help you. Like if you can't put it under your bed, maybe if your bed's quite low, just put it like near where you sleep, on the side near where you sleep, and pray over it and ask the water to absorb any negative energy from you, particularly when it comes to your mind. And then when you wake up in the morning, you want to flush it down the toilet, and you want to say a thank you prayer. What else do the collective need to hear? We have, Mama, Daddy, we're busier over here in the 5D than you think. Just because you can't see it in the 3D, it doesn't mean you can't believe it. Trust us yet. And look at all these children, the multiples is coming through again. But this is like an army of spirit babies. Now remember, they're souls. So sometimes it's not about thinking of them as spirit babies, because when we do that, we think about them as like these little toddlers and these children. Like on the other side, when actually they're a soul, and a powerful soul at that. They're part of your spiritual court before they come here and incarnate. So they're watching you and they're working with you to assist you in bringing them through and them being able to be born earthside. But they're doing a lot in the 5D. Your whole spiritual court are, so are your ancestors. And often we don't see it. We don't see what's going on. We can feel it. We get glimpses. We get some signs in the astral when we're sleeping in our awakened world. But we don't actually know the extent of what is going on in the 5D. And you're about to, because it's about to be moving into the 3D. There is a lot going on right now in this world. And remember, whatever happens in this physical, it's already happened in the spirit. We have 1111, make a wish and make it good. Mama, daddy, your wishes are coming true. This could be another angel number you were seeing, 1111. It is connected to a doorway, to you guys walking through a doorway, a portal that is of a higher timeline. This is God's doorway. And again, like ones, like the fours, it always gives me stability. Just the way the number looks and the energy that comes off it, it gives stability. It's the same with the 1111. It gives a solid stability. And also I see this card as the Four of Wands. I often see this number 11 in the Four of Wands in tarot, and that card is connected to twin flames. It's connected to divine counterpart. So I feel like you guys are in union with your divine counterpart, or you're about to be if you haven't met them yet. This person who you will be having a child with, they're not wanting you to give up. Because particularly when you've been like on your own in this physical world for a while and you get used to that, and it's been years and years and years and years, you tend to feel like it's not going to happen for you, and you kind of let it go. But sometimes that's what helps. When you let it go and you surrender, not giving up. There's a difference when you're quitting and giving up, but letting go and surrendering to the Most High and trusting in your path, then the Most High is going to bring that right person in for you to be able to bring this child through. Trust that, but let it go. That's normally when things can shift, because you're not constantly there, like focus on it and negatively thinking, because that's you like putting evil eye on your own path, if that makes sense. That's you putting this doubt, and you don't want to cast a doubt over yourself. They're saying to remove. Some of you guys may need to do a aura cleanse on yourself, like literally washing your aura, like you would wash a window, wash your aura, do an aura cleanse on yourself, and cover yourself. Ask the Most High God to cover you in his pure white holy light, from your crown to your feet, from your feet to your crown. Cover yourself, particularly before you go to bed. But your prayers and your wishes are about to be answered. Let's get some dream and oracle cards. We have houses, buildings. What does the house or the rooms of the house represent to you? Is it in order or is it a mess? What state are you in? Houses, if you're dreaming of houses and buildings, with a house particularly, it normally represents your soul. That's what's coming through here. So some of you guys could be dreaming of houses. And often when you're in a house, in the dream, it's your house. But it looks nothing like your house in the physical. It's not your house at all, but it is in the dream state. Like that sort of thing. I feel like you're dreaming of houses that are your houses, but it's not the house you're living in currently. For some of you, that could be a sign that you're going to be moving. Or when you're raising this child and they're coming earthside, you will move and you'll be raising them in a different area. Maybe a different town, a different city, state, country for some of you. And you see these buildings, how they kind of, these ones here, they kind of look like cats. You see that? These buildings here. So you guys could also be dreaming of things that start out one way and then it morphs into something else. And also you could be dreaming of cats. Cats are connected to the feline, to the divine feminine. And for some reason, this cat is like morphing into Kali Ma. I'm seeing Kali Ma, so maybe you guys are having dreams. You're seeing a certain object in a dream and then it turns into like the goddess Kali Ma. That's another sign of protection. I was about to say projection, protection. But some of you guys could have a lot of evil eye, psychic attacks, stuff being projected at you, and it's not very nice. Your guides are protecting you. For a lot of you, Kali Ma is around you, projecting you, and she's kind of like flicking it. She's ricocheting this crap that's being sent your way back off, which is why you're being asked to cover yourself right now. You see here, this looks like it's either a moth or it's a butterfly. So you guys could be seeing moths or butterflies everywhere, particularly white. Like I said, I was seeing white butterflies today, but it was to the point they were like flying in my face. And I was like, what the hell is going on? Thank you. We have people. So some of you guys could be dreaming of people and maybe they're wearing masks or they're blurry and you can't quite see their face properly. This is the people that are throwing shade. I heard shade your way. So maybe there is people around you. You could know who it is for a lot of you, but they could be being quite shady around you. Or you notice, when you read between the lines of what somebody has said and there's like a sly dig in there. It could be that kind of energy and you're just like, I'm seeing someone roll their eyes. So for a lot of you, you know. But for others of you, this person is masked or this entity is masked. They've got a blurred face. It doesn't matter because your ancestors and your spiritual court know and they are on it. They are on it. What else? Because obviously, again, when you're going to be birthing these kinds of powerful souls, you will experience some form of psychic attack. It doesn't matter, because if God wants a soul to be born, they're going to be born. They're going to come through. What else does the collective need to hear, know, see right now? Thank you. We have surrender. And I love how this is like an armored man. This is given Archangel Michael. And again, I was just, that was just being channeled through me, surrendering and letting go. Not quitting, not giving up. Don't do that. A lot of people do that because you get frustrated and feel like, oh, you don't believe that it's going to happen for you. And you give up, particularly when it's been going on for years. And that's normally when you're right at the breakthrough. This is why Spirit is saying surrender. Give your worries and your fears to Spirit. Don't quit. Don't give up. You want to keep going till your dying breath. This is the whole point of life and being in this realm. You keep fighting. You put your armor on. You pick up your spiritual tools and you keep going. But do surrender up any worries, fears, any negative energy to the Most High, because He's going to transmute it. But this is given Archangel Michael, so you guys could also be feeling Archangel Michael around you. Again, that's that very protective energy. You're very, very protected right now. Don't doubt that. And that's flown out with play. And you look, these two little girls. I saw the two twins today. That's kind of what they looked like. They were quite fair. They were both wearing pink tops, and they had their hair in bunchies, in two bunchies. I saw those two little girls, but this is connected to children. Two children coming through, but they want you connecting to that playful energy, that loosening up, loosen yourself up. I was feeling like tension in the body, so they want you moving and dancing around. So put on your favorite playlist. Some of you guys could have recently had music popping up on your phone, because I'm being shown like different Disney cartoons. Maybe it's music that's connected to certain cartoons you watched as a child, like a soundtrack that is like a favorite of yours, or you loved it when you were a child. They want you listening to that. Just blast it out and dance around. They want you connecting to your inner child and come into this energy. Because the light-hearted, playful energy that also assists you in bringing your manifestations in. But it also assists you in trusting. And trusting that you are destined to have a child. You are destined for these manifestations to be happening in this lifetime. And they are protected and you are protected. Tell me, you could be dreaming of Archangel Michael. They want this romance deck for some reason. Can I get a few cards from this deck for the collective? What do they most need to hear right now? Thank you, yeah. Illusion. Avoid the trap of mistaking a fantasy for a true soul connection. So they want you rebuking and seeing things for what it really is. I do feel like you guys are in the middle right now. Some of you are in the middle, some of you are at the end of breaking free from an illusion in terms of how you see the world, your perception of this world and certain things that go on. I'm being shown the word matrix, but the word matrix can mean different things to different people. But usually it's you breaking out of that system, breaking out of that rat race. And not living your life how society, friends and family expect you and are telling you how you should be living your life, because that's how they're living your life. How do you want your life to look? What path did you come here to take? What did God put in you? God puts a gift and a talent and a purpose in every single human being. What did God put in you? Again, you see the colours. This is given like the astral realm kind of energy. Obviously, this is connected to Neptune. But for, again, there's certain colours that are blending together that you don't necessarily see with the human eyes, that you're seeing in the spirit, that you're seeing in the astral. But you're breaking free from a lot of illusions, and you're being asked to break free from illusions. I also feel like you're praying to the Most High God and asking for Him to strengthen your discernment, to see and know who people are around you. And particularly when it comes to you, those of you guys who are coming into twin flame connections, maybe you're already in one, coming together with your divine counterpart, your kingdom spouse, you need to have that clarity on who this person is and what this connection is. If someone's treating you like shit, if they're talking to you like crap, if they abuse you, if they put their hands on you, anything like that, that's not love. That's an illusion. What else, Spirit? It's like there's a bubble that has been burst when it comes to your perception, your sight of this world. A bubble has been burst. Maybe some of you were raised like in a bubble. You could have come from a strict household when it comes to religion, like raised in a bubble. And now you're walking a more spiritual path. That includes you using like different spiritual tools that you feel very, very connected to, that your religion, let's say, says is like evil and demonic, and you're realizing no, it's not. That's not the truth at all. It's actually leading you home back to your heart and to Christ consciousness. So how could that be demonic? If something's healing you and leading you home, that's not of Satan. He wants you confused and in a low energy, a heavy energy. What else do the collective need to hear? One more card from this deck. Or was that the only card? Nope. We have rejoice, embrace your love and connection and rejoice. Look at this, divine counterparts. You're one and the same, two peas in a pod, and you're destined to bring through this powerful soul, this light, this beacon of light. And these kinds of souls can only come through to people who choose each other, and it's real love, it's true love. That's the kind of gateway that they need. That's the frequency and the vibration they have to be born into, because that's what they're aligned to. That's what they hold. That's what they're made up of. Let's get some signs for you guys. You've got blue. That's connected to Archangel Michael. But again, colour is very, very significant in this reading. But this could be a colour that you are seeing everywhere, particularly in your dream state, or different hues of blue. Maybe that's the closest colour you can connect it to when you wake up and you're like, what was that? I've never seen that colour before in my life. What else? We have pregnant women. So you guys could be seeing pregnant women everywhere. Again, they're pointing to the dads. So you could be seeing both. But I was seeing a lot of dads today with their babies and carriers. And I don't usually see a lot of dads out with their kids. We have here blue bird. So again, blue is coming through as very, very significant. And birds are connected to spirit. So I feel like these are colours that you're seeing. Something about seeing colours in the spirit and the astral. What else? We have a dove. Beautiful. My guides always say the sign is a white dove. The doves are connected to purity, to innocence, and to spirit. Very, very powerful. With this, again, I'm getting a protection, a holy protection. You have God's protection. Maybe you felt like an evil eye that was on you, particularly those of you that are women, that was on your womb. And this is what is being removed. This is what you're being protected from. And the dark forces, there are people in this world who know that certain souls are destined to be born. They're destined to come through. And it's not necessarily like they have their name and their date of birth, but it's like energetic level, it's a frequency level. But they know, and they know a lot of these souls are coming through now. They know a lot of these souls are already here. Like different starseed children, indigo children. We have here random babies. So random babies are going to be smiling at you, pointing at you. They could have been saying significant words to you, or maybe names. Maybe you're in a supermarket and a baby looks at you, and it could be like, rabbit, rabbit. That's coming through for someone. Or they could say a significant name. Red bird, all the birds coming out. Blue bird, dove, red bird. So you could be seeing birds everywhere. More than usual. We have baby ads. I feel like with you guys, when it comes to your social media, your algorithm is going to be completely taken over by babies. Like, I mean, like when you go on your social media, whether it's Instagram, TikTok, wherever it is, and you're scrolling and it's just babies, 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 babies. And for those of you that are destined to have multiples, or you keep getting signs and omens about multiples, it's going to be everywhere. You're going to the point where you're like, what the hell is going on? Why is this all over my feed? And then we have here visions. You are having visions, waking visions of your spirit babies, but also in the astral. So pay attention to your dreams. But when you're daydreaming, you go off to space, pay attention to what you're dreaming about. Because I feel like this is when your spirit baby is visiting you. I'm just seeing someone like you're sitting, it looks like a front room. You're sitting in a front room, you kind of just drift off for a second. And you see your spirit baby as if they are standing in front of you. As if they are right there in the physical. They are, but they're in the spirit. That's going to happen to someone. And it's like how you've always visualized your child would look. We have corn and crow, another bird, a blackbird. Crows announce things. They are messages. They're also connected between the physical and the spirit. They're that bridge. And obviously when you're bringing a child through, you are that gateway. You are that bridge. At the bottom of the deck, we have purple. So again, there's colour that is significant. Let's check the top of the deck. We have hearts. This is that unconditional love, but you could be being slapped in the face by hearts everywhere. Let's get some poems, some spirit baby poems. Now, can I get a few poems for the collective? We have unicorns and fluffy bunnies. My personality is cheeky and funny. Charity shops and hand-me-downs. When I dress myself, I look a right clown. But it turns everyone's frown upside down. A ray of sunshine, Grandad calls me. I could play the main role in a movie. Always putting on a show and ever so groovy. I'm staring at the ray of sunshine. That could be a nickname you give them. Or a grandparent could call them Sunshine. This could also be a nickname that was given to you, Sunshine. Or Sunflower, Owl. Again, there's that confirmation. They're coming through to be that sun, to be that light, to be that hope. My spirit baby came to me and whispered in my ear, Mummy, I feel your love for me. You know I'm always near. He's the angel on my shoulder. When I'm born, I'd like to play with toy soldiers. There's no need to fear when Daddy is here. He's your anchor and you're his world. And sometime after me, you'll have a little girl. Look out for the butterflies. Don't let time just fly on by. Save your every moment. Earth has crowned you. Own it. I will be born when you fully claim your gift. The snakes in the grass may give you a little hiss. I can't wait to give you a big kiss. Don't worry about Daddy. From the moment he saw you, he knew you were his. But at first you may need to give his big ego a diss. His soul within will thank you for this. Some of you guys could be seeing anchors everywhere. The butterflies come through in this poem as another confirmation. So this is the third time. So you guys could be seeing butterflies everywhere. Obviously that is connected to transformation, but also you guys gaining your wings. And it's that sign of the transformation of the journey you have been on to become the person you are today, to stand up into your power and to heal. Some of you, when you met your person, maybe someone had a big ego and that had to be put in check. For others of you that haven't met this person yet, one of you maybe has a big ego. I feel like it's more connected to not being each other's usual type. Something about not being each other's usual type. Or for one of you, the other one isn't each other's usual type. And there's like a bit of like, I would say it's a bit of judgment there that I'm feeling. But they quickly see through it, or you both quickly see through it, because this connection is based on the soul. It's based on the spirit. And that tends to be the way of divine counterparts, because like God uses divine counterparts to show us often what human beings say is good, like down on paper. That doesn't actually work when two humans come together. It's about everything. It's about the physical, it's about the energy, it's about the spirit, how you connect in all ways. What else, Spirit? One more poem for the collective. Thank you. We have here sand castles and chunky chips. I love to spend long days at the beach. The feeling of sand in my toes and even up my nose. I'm prone to sticking things up there. My sibling did it too and got something stuck. Nanny says that I'm full of good luck. She calls me her clover charm. We go looking for the pot of gold at the end of rainbows. Miracles happen in life, so who knows, she says as we donate old clothes. I'll be so generous is one of the traits I inherit. Raised well, everyone can tell. An old school respect and honour, so in this life there's less I'll come to regret. Rainbows, I'm staring at the word rainbow, so this could be a sign that you guys are seeing that is literally slapping you in the face. You know, sometimes when the light streams into your house or into your room through a window, it creates a rainbow within your home. I'm also seeing rainbows within somebody's home. And it could literally be shining on your face or shining on your partner's face, to the point where the other person's like, oh my God, you've got a rainbow on you. Some of you guys could really love being at the beach. You could be a beach baby. Something about nicknames that's coming through as well, like the sunshine, but also the beach baby. You could be like a couple, you know, some people follow the sun. You love to travel and you love to follow the sun. That is also what's coming through. And then when you bring your children through, you won't stop traveling, like you're going to take them with you. Because I'm seeing, like, when I'm reading it as well, I'm seeing little toes in the sand. Some of them at first, when it comes to like textures like sand, and also grass, they may not like it at first. You know, sometimes you put a baby down the sand or the grass, then like, and they kind of scrunch up because they don't like the feel. They're not used to the feel yet. That's what I was being shown. You want one more? Yes, they want one more. One more poem, and we're going to close out this reading. One more poem. Okay. We have two. So the first one here says, you have a beautiful heart, full of spunk, a feisty one. I can't wait to be guided by you. We're going to have so much fun. Although there is work to be done, this realm needs clearing up. I'm so proud of what you've already done. Not long now until we're joining forces. Two is better than one. This spirit baby is talking to a single mum. So some of you guys could be, you couldn't have met this, like this, the other partner yet, the father yet. Some of you watching as well can also be a single dad. So some of you guys may already have children. And that could have been from like a karmic partner that you've moved on from. So you may be co-parenting with that partner for some of you. Others of you, they could have been completely removed from your life, because I'm being shown an angel pushing them away. So maybe that was for the protection of you and the children that you do have for some of you. And then we have here, what will my first word be? Mama or dada? Probably cat cat. Sorry guys, don't be sad. Our furry friend has my heart. She melted yours too. That's how she was rescued. Always by my side. Takes me grabbing at her tail in stride. When I see her leaving through the cat flap, I cry. Bonded through spirit, we just know how to kick it. Sleeping all day and night times when we play. I see animals as guardians, especially our pets. Gentle natured, they pose not a single threat. So some of you guys could have pets. Some of you guys could have cats. I'm hearing cat lady and I'm being shown a cat calf. So that's coming through is significant for some of you. Others of you, you could have a dog because I'm being shown quite a big dog. It's the ones that the police tend to use. They're black and they're brown with the big pointing up ears, like very, very alert, like it's looking around for any trouble. Some of you guys or your partner, you could work in the police force, you can work in the law, but you could have this kind of dog. I think it's a German Shepherd, what I'm seeing. Brown and black, they got the ears that point up, they're quite big in their stature. They're normally used as like protective dogs. That's what's coming through. But I'm also being shown like a blind a dog that's for blind people. That's also coming through as significant. But that's all the messages coming through. I hope that did resonate with someone out there. If you want your own personal spirit baby reading, my website is in the description below, but I'll see you in another video.